What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, "What's the deal?" What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog back with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button one time for your boy, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, "What's the deal?" And today, man, Terrance Howard went on the PDB podcast, and boy, did he have some things to say. So we're gonna listen to the content first. And then, I'm going to come back and just give my take on it all. And then y'all drop comments once this video is uploaded and let me know if y'all agree, y'all disagree, what's y'all thoughts on this whole situation, man. Let's get right into it. This is Terrance Howard speaking on the industry.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Hey, shout out to the host, because you could tell that just took him all the way by surprise. He like, man, you went to a whole nother place. Yeah, he definitely did.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So
and that could be a subconscious effort by Terrance Howard to actually speak his truth. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you'll see people in conversations and then all of a sudden they just go a whole nother way where it turns into them actually speaking about whatever the dialogue was about till they actually start venting. And that might have been the moment that Terrance Howard was actually going through that personal moment where he was tried by the diddler.
See some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did. No matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around.
Was Diddy really into acting like that? Would he play like one role or some shit like that? I don't remember his acting career like that, but I don't believe it was of substantial greatness to where he was seeking personal one-on-one acting coaching. I just don't recall. Let me know if y'all recall in the comments though.
Just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
Okay. All right. So that was pretty much the main part of the video where he was talking about his experiences with the industry as well as being invited to certain parties, certain people sacrificing they integrity, their moral compass, just to achieve something that a lot of people may have been dreaming of becoming ever since they were little children. And and how sometimes your dreams, you get there, but then there might be a Diddy hanging in front of you where he's like, you want to play. So this is, to me, this is another example of the famous quote that Cat Williams says: sometimes Diddy wants to play, sometimes Diddy want to party, but sometimes you gotta tell him no. And I think Terrence Howard is probably one of those ones. I know lately he been talking about physics and you know um, outer space and stuff like that. So I guess this probably would come off as this dude is just crazy, or it'll be basically pushed off as something other than what I think the main issue is for one, that is a little odd behavior, and we've heard other people speak about how Diddy will want to meet with them in a room at midnight, 4 in the morning type shit, to where you don't realize how not innocent it is until you actually at that door at 4 in the morning, which I wouldn't understand why any man, I don't care what the opportunity may present. I'm not going to hang out with no men, no industry friends. At the time of what I grew up, they called it booty call hours. You don't go out at that time. Like, you should be home with your girl, your kids, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, also, he never actually said that Diddy per se, violated him, made a move on him. He said that that was the opinion of his assistant. Now, could his assistant have a a gaydar? Could he kind of like see certain signs that Diddy was giving off and was like, no, Terrance, you're going to be the next one, Terrance. Don't do it. Don't go. You know what I mean? But who knows? I think it is unfortunate because this comes at a crazy ass time for Diddy. He just found out that Cassie is going to actually be testifying on the stand. She not hiding. It's not going to be victim one. You're gonna actually see her name in the court recorders, typings and things like that. So that's a big blow to his case, I would say, because she's the one who kind of steamrolled this whole situation as far as exposing the monster behind the Sean John sweater, or the business suits and things like that. But it should be considered alleged, this whole thing, because that really comes off of personal perception. I've never been violated like that, so I wouldn't be able to be the assistant and be like, hey, T, you got to get up out of there, bro. Dude he on some funny stuff, you know what I'm saying? But clearly that's the way he felt. He had a couple encounters with him that were weird to him. You asking me to help you with acting. I asked you what kind of piece you want to work on. No Diddy. And he just sitting there just staring at him. You know what I'm saying? To where, yeah, that'll make any normal person, let alone a normal man, feel kind of weird. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gives awkward silence and just, why the is you staring at me? You know what I mean? But hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal? Peace. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal?